What is going on, YouTube? I'm your West host, and today we're going to be talking about something that I've seen a lot of discussion about on the Dokkan subreddit, which is what units to grab with these wish strips for Tanabata. Global, you're going to get these as well. I think they're going to be called thank you tickets. It's what they're usually referred to as, but I want to talk about kind of my thoughts about what units you should choose, as well as a discussion and quote-unquote controversy I saw on the subreddit when I was looking yesterday. I even commented on it if you know my username. But let's go ahead and get started. So, taking a look through, I'll be honest with you, the wish strips for me, and I think people that have been playing a long time, don't serve a lot of value. Most of these units are very, very old. I think of like the Super AGL units and Extreme AGL units we're looking at, the most recent might be, wow, maybe this Mai? Or this Goku came out for the 3rd year anniversary. Now we're about to have the 5-year anniversary on Global. JP had theirs 5 or 6 months ago. So I think the most recent unit is at least 2.5 years old. So for me, in the situation I'm in, where I've been playing for over 1,500 days, there's not a lot of value. I've been playing since Tech Cell dropped. So it's been a minute for me. I didn't log in for every single day, obviously, but I've been around for a while. So like a lot of these units either have rainbowed or I just don't need. Now I will say, if you don't have units rainbowed, the wish strips are fantastic. They're perfect. Like this, I think of all these units right here, the one I would need would be this Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. He's super good defensively after his EZA. He's great for Super AGL Extreme Battle Road, provided you get him in the 2nd or 3rd slot each turn. He's great in like the Legendary Goku event, Infinite Dragon Ball History. He's going to be a perfect unit to grab. This AGL Caulifla, after her Extreme Z Awakening, is a monster. She does so many things so well. I absolutely adore this unit. So if you don't have her, or you only have like 1 or 2 dupes, go ahead and snag those. I like to think of these wish strips as a good way to round out units you've already got. Don't look to get your first copy, because most of the times you're already going to have them. If you don't have a unit you want, get your first copy, but I don't think that's going to be a common thing. But, for units that, you only have 1 or 2 dupes of, snag them. Round out those units, perfect those units, because they're going to be better than, some Dokkan Fest units you only have 1 copy of. I would rather run a Rainbow AGL Caulifla over my 55% STR Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku. She's going to be more valuable for pretty much every event in the game, I think. So this guy got an EZA as one of the first rounds, so he's kind of fallen off a bit. I was not impressed with his EZA. I think he's still pretty bad. This EZA is pretty good. The Super Saiyan 2 Goku, he's a pretty good support type unit. This guy is awesome. This guy, when he gets his EZA, will be good, but he awoke with the UI Goku medals, so that's probably going to be far off before he gets his. Though, Dispo's about to get his, so he'll probably be pretty good if you don't have him, and that means he might get his for like the next celebration that's Tournament of Power theme. So that would be really cool. Looking on to the tech units, this Blue Vegeta is amazing. He is a nuking type unit that also stacks attack and defense, which is invaluable. I find it to be one of my favorite units in the game. I have mine at 90%. He's always getting additionals, always getting crits. Even occasional 3 dodge pops in. He's a fantastic unit. If you do not have him, or you only have 1 or 2 copies, snag him. That's probably going to be one of the units with the most value. I will warn you, eventually, because he is Blue Vegeta, he's probably going to be replaced, but I think he's one of, if not the absolute best Blue Vegetas, definitely in the top 2. This Tech Trunks is also amazing if you have the Int Goten, who I believe is also on the wish strip options. When they got their awakening, they turned into monsters next to each other. 70% damage reduction, 120% attack on super attack. They hit like freight trains, they link super well, and they get great damage reduction. Int Golden AGL Golden Frieza only gets 90% damage reduction. I want to say that Super Saiyan 3 Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta gets 70% or 80% damage reduction. So these guys are fantastic. They're going to be perfect additions for difficult events. This Blue Vegeta is also really good. He got his EZA a while ago. He's definitely held up. This Kaioken Goku is decent. I think there's a good chance he's going to get an EZA at some point, so he'll probably be pretty good. This Tapion's trash. This Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta is one of my favorite units in the game, but he's not good. I just like him for the nostalgia. He's pretty decent after his EZA. Yeah, I don't... None of these extreme tech units are good. I mean, Nova's okay, but I think it's more likely we're going to get a new Nova before too long. If we go back in the GT Shadow Dragon celebration, because it's a unit that could throw on a banner that would make a lot of sense, I think it's more likely that he'll get replaced. In terms of Super Ant units, Ribrianne is fantastic. If you don't have her, highly recommend snagging her. She's great for the Peppy Gal stage. If you remember, you can do I think a Peppy Gal's run on either the Super type or the Universal Survival Saga Super Battle Road and no item it, which is really impressive because those are two very difficult stages, obviously. So she's amazing. People don't like her because she is Ribrianne, but let me tell you right now, she's a fantastic unit. You can't denounce that. This Goten I talked about a second ago, he's fantastic, same as the Trunks. I think they're both wonderful units. This Mai is a good support type unit, but unfortunately she kind of was released during that time period or got her awakening during the time period where support type units were solely support type units, meaning she can take a lot of damage from hits. And you wouldn't want to use her in too many difficult scenarios unless you're going to rely on her stun chance. Looking further, this Int Golden Frieza is amazing after his EZA, hits like a truck, defends very well, especially in longer events. He's a good way to round out Extreme Int. This Int Cell is also pretty good after his EZA. I like running him a lot. I know a lot of people kind of underrate him. His defense, I have mine at Rainbow. He sits right around the 100k threshold, which is good enough for me in a lot of events. It's not perfect, obviously. I wish I could, kind of get over that 110k hump where that's when units really start taking, next to nothing. But, I think he sits at like 99.6 on most of the teams I run him on, and he's a good linking partner with LR Cell, so definitely not a bad option, but also he released, as one of the first banners in the game. He's old, so is this Golden Frieza. This Android 18 is pretty decent after her EZA. I want to make sure this is the one I'm thinking about. So sorry, it might look a little wonky here based on the way I've got everything zoomed in. Does she get an EZA? Is she the one I'm thinking about? No. Okay. I'm thinking of the other. This one is, this Android 18, this is the future one, I think. She could be good, but she's not yet. So I think when she gets an EZA, if she gets an EZA, she'll be really impressive. But until then, I could have sworn that was the one. Okay, there's an Android 18 that gets an EZA that pairs along well with the Android 17, but I can't remember which one it is. This Metal Cooler is really good after his EZA. I think he replaces the Dokkan Fest. At first, I didn't agree with that, but after using them side by side, and well, not side by side, but testing them out, I really think he's better. He's, a unit. This GT Cell was interesting when he released, but I feel like he's just been outclassed over time, and I couldn't imagine running him. And this Zamasu, sorry, not Merge Zamasu, was just replaced by the Dokkan Fest exclusive. This GT Cell could be interesting if he gets an EZA at some point. Taking a look further, this Gohan is amazing after his EZA, but you've probably already got him. This guy's pretty good after his EZA. He was one of the first. I think he was probably in the 4th round of EZAs that were doling out. I think he got his from the original EZA, the AGL Super Saiyan 3. So he's pretty decent. He's okay. This Beerus is pretty good after his EZA. He's a good support type unit for full power, I think. No, not full power. Worthy Rivals. He's a good Worthy Rival support type unit. Plus, he gets his chance of attack. He hits pretty hard. This Goku was never impressive, even with his EZA. I didn't feel. A lot of people were happy about it because he was an EZA banner unit, but I didn't think he was that great. This Goten is still pretty solid. I think he's outclassed by the Int one now, but definitely a good addition to any team. This Godku is just, I don't know. I can't recommend running him. Looking through the rest of the banners, pretty not great. This Topo's good, or he will be after he gets his EZA. I'm curious to see what they do, but I have a feeling he's going to be really solid, especially considering he's already got a substantial support type passive. If they throw on some defense, I'll be happy. If they give him just 100% defense, that's fine by me. EZA stats, he'll be sitting somewhere around 80k, 90k defense, and for a support type unit that I'm floating around, that's cool with me. Looking at the extreme options, he's he's decent among against certain enemies. He's pretty good. He's not got like a replacement, so not a bad option to pick up. He was my second SSR. My first SSR was this Android 17 right here. He is incredible after his EZA. If you link him up with an Android 18, he's going to be hitting hard. He defends super well. He stacks his defense, which is just awesome, especially in longer events. Like my favorite event in the game, the Legendary Goku event. He is wonderful in that. I love this unit. This guy's fairly decent as like a world tournament unit because he does get an AoE that stuns, but I mean, he's kind of fallen off. He was always an interesting unit because he was a stunning nuker who was an AoE. Kind of a combo you don't see a lot of, so it was interesting. And then this Vegeta right here, this STR Majin Vegeta, he's amazing. He's probably, of all the units, I think him and AGL Caulifla are probably going to give you the most value of all the ones I've seen. Because he's so good. He's better than an LR, which is very strange considering he's a banner unit that has been on just a ton of good banners. Both the 3rd and 4th year anniversary banners, if I'm not mistaken, he was on, and he's incredible. Looking here, nothing's standing out to me here. This Piccolo is really good. I really like him. For a while, I pulled this Gohan like 3 years into me playing this game, and I wanted him so bad, more than the Dokkan Fest version, just because I liked him. I liked his art, I liked what he did. He was a true all types 3 key leader back when units didn't give 3 key to units, so that he had a lot of value. Nowadays, even after his EZA, he's pretty mid. Definitely, I wouldn't run him on any team. This Piccolo is interesting. I like running him a lot now just because of the defensive utility he provides, that 77% defense. It doesn't contribute as much as I'd want it to, but it's pretty good. This guy I pulled during the first time he showed up on the STR Gogeta banner, and he's just been useful ever since. Now with his 120% defense when it builds up, he can sit pretty well, about that 100k mark if I'm not mistaken. And he's pretty solid. I like him a lot. This guy was really hyped when he released, but he's just not that great. He's not aged well, I don't think. This Kefla, I think, I want to say she could get an EZA, but she's a category leader, and they're kind of hesitant, I think, to give category leaders, even banner unit category leaders, EZAs right now. She'd be really good if she had one, though. I'll tell you that. Because right now, I can't run her because her defensive utility is so bad. But if they give her an Awakening or an EZA, I mean, she could be really good. And I've only ever pulled one of her, which is really surprising considering how long she's been around. I cannot get this unit. I really liked her back in the day. She was one of the first units I hunted, but I couldn't pull her. And then this Kale is just amazing. 60% damage reduction, 20% attack. Maybe it's higher. I think it's higher when she gets her EZA, and then like a very high chance of getting an additional super. She just does so much. She's amazing. She's a fantastic unit. And then coming down here, Bergamo's really good. I really like Bergamo. I'm one of the people that consider him one of the best in the game. I know a lot of people didn't like that when he first came out, but I honestly I prefer running him over my Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku. This guy's really helpful in a lot of events. When I did a no-item run of the Dragon Ball Seekers category of the Legendary Goku event, that Vegeta carried a lot of it because he does so good. He's also going to be good when the eventual Saiyan Saga category comes out. Diabolical Villains he's pretty solid on. So I really like him. And this GT Frieza I was never as hype on compared to the Cell, but he's decent. And this guy, when he gets his EZA, will be pretty good. So looking through, there were a lot of units that I were like, oh, this unit's pretty good. This unit's pretty good. But, all in all, I can't imagine anyone not having most, if not all, of these units with 1 to 2 dupes if they've been playing for a year plus. Because especially with the GSSR system, I feel like these guys are the ones that show up. Not anything newer. It's a bunch of these old type units. And I don't know. This Tapion I rainbowed during the 3-year anniversary with tickets. I remember because it was crazy. Because I think it was my first rainbow banner unit. And I was so hype on him. He's good, but he's just not great. And maybe, you know, it'll help you plug some holes in your team. You know, some links can be a little wonky on teams, and sometimes it's nice to have a banner unit that kind of pads out some of your summonable, like LRs or Dokkan Fest exclusive units. Link-wise or orbs-wise, I know rainbow orbs are becoming very valuable on teams, so those can be nice to have, like, orb changers for. And, you know, like this Goku I didn't touch on much. He's pretty decent. He's just very old, and I don't know, I've never liked him all that much. But, I don't know. There's a controversy that I touched on in the beginning, where one big YouTuber mentioned that he thinks the meat items are more valuable because you can play the game more. And I would agree. If I get, like, you know, or when the celebration comes to global, which is the version that I, you know, mainly play, I'm definitely going to do the meat items over the wish tickets, just because, or the thank you tickets, the wish strips. Like, these units don't hold value for me. You know, like the free ones I get, I'll pad out some units that maybe we don't have that many dupes of, or I want just some SA for. But in general, you know, getting to play the game more, especially in stuff like world tournaments I want to grind. The one currently going on in global I don't really care about. But I don't know. I have trouble saying that these are super valuable when, like, the newest unit I can find, if we look through, is 3 anniversary. Probably Rib Brienne. I think she's like, let's see when she came out. I think she's like a year or two old. I don't know if it's going to show for y'all. It should be like a weird view. Yeah, she came out. Okay, so she came out last year. So a year ago. That's, you know, relatively recent. So, you know, if the newest unit is a banner unit that's a year old, yeah, I don't know. I can't say these have a ton of value. If you don't have Rib Brienne, I mean, go for her. But, I don't know. Like, the Purunga Wishes ones, I would, you know, I would caution you to consider your other options. But like I said, that's just me. You know, I have a different perspective because I've been playing so long and I've, you know, spent money for a while. And I know some people are like free to play, and that's going to obviously make it a little bit different for them. But let me know what you guys think. If you're one of those people that really defends the wish strips, let me know. I personally think they could have been a little bit better, but also they're free units. So I'm, you know, not going to complain. If someone's starting right now, that's awesome for them because this is going to help them pad out with some pretty decent options. But let me know what you guys think. And like we always say here on the channel, I hope to see you around sometime.